ain't it crazy? Chris Rock finally fucking responded. Even though this video is probably like, what, 2 weeks old? Still, let's talk about it really quick though, slightly. It's a 6-minute video, you know? You're like, bro, you'll survive, you'll be fine. But anyways, Chris Rock finally responded, you know, after getting the taste smacked out his mouth by Will Smith at the Oscars. So, he went on like a hiatus for like, what, a month or two? Like, I'm not gonna lie, he went ghost for a while, but then he literally just came out doing shows, just talking his shit. Let's see how much shit was he really talking.
For a year since the slap heard around the world.
God damn!
Wow!
And it's safe to say that from that day moving forward, the career arc for both Chris Rock and Will Smith was forever altered. On one hand, you have Will, who many people saw as an icon for many years. When I was growing up, he was one of the biggest box office draws out there, making some great
Fresh Prince was
movies.
for me.
He had already starred in one
That's
of
where I
the
saw him
funniest
at.
sitcoms of all time.
How come you don't want me, man?
Had won Grammys
That shit
as a
fucked me up
rapper,
too.
and was even doing a great job of adapting to the social media landscape.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
But as the truth started to be revealed about
Dog.
his relationship in mid-2020, people started to see Will in a new light, as his wife Jada Pinkett Smith brought their dirty laundry out for everyone to see, and many felt this was at his expense.
Not gonna lie, she did too much with that though. Like I'm gonna briefly touch on every single one of these topics that he is about to bring up. Not gonna lie, she dragged it. No need to bring out your dirty laundry onto social media, where like social media is literally a place where everybody gives their opinions freely, with no consequence in mind. So it's just like, bro, I feel like this was obviously all just for what's the word? Publicity sake. So it's like, yeah, Will obviously was not happy about it. This is not a healthy marriage. This isn't a good marriage. And it's like there are people out there that are defending this marriage still. Because it's like, we don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. We don't know what's really going on between the two of them. We should mind our business. Yes, we should mind our business. But when you actively airing your dirty laundry out there, it's just like, hey. But some people would say that, you know, they kind of had to do this since, you know, August. That nigga that, you know, Jada was fucking around with literally came out and, like, basically, you know, spoke on their business. So they had to basically address some part of it too, I guess. But at the end of the day, though, Will really needs to man the fuck up and really needs to let his balls drop like fucking thunder and lightning. I'm not gonna hold you. And at the end of the day, Jada, like her energy towards Will, especially in like the public eye though. Like, man, I don't know. It's just that she doesn't really seem like the supportive wife to me. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, she don't really seem like a very supporting wife.
Yes.
Like, yeah. There's probably, you know what I'm saying? There was probably, like, you know, way more things that, you know, she's probably stuck up for Will behind closed doors. But, hey, I'm not gonna lie. In the public eye, defend your husband.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good.
I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
This could be described as Will's Joker origin moment. It's like they opened Pandora's box and everyone had their opinion on not only their relationship, but also other matters.
So basically, Will just wasn't giving up that good dick correctly and stuff like that. In August, he hit a certain spot in her fucking clitoris that, you know, Will just wasn't.
But that
Basically.
doesn't mean you stick around if something is that bad. Like,
Exactly.
bad for life? Like, hell no. What kind of message is that sending to the people out there who don't know no better? Just stick around and let your significant other do whatever, whenever, whoever.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
It must be hard for everyone.
I'm
know
going
about
to,
this
okay?
quote-unquote entanglements your wife had with one of your son's friends. To make matters worse, it all went down in your own house, and then your wife interviewed you about it for content. And it was like this all boiled up over the years, and he let it all out with that one slap. Following this, he obviously faced massive ridicule from the general public. He was banned from the
Keep it a buck. The people that was really, like, I'm not gonna lie, the people that was on his dick about how his reacted, though, get off his dick. But, you know, like, bro, what do you really expect? Like, what kind of reaction do you really expect from social media when you do something as big as this? Because this was the biggest thing that everybody was talking about when it came to the Oscars in a long time.
Oscars, he was forced to
In a long time.
Many people will never see him the same again. I bring the moment up today because Chris Rock has
I still fuck with
responded
Will
to this
personally, I'm not gonna
slapping
lie.
in his latest special Selective Outrage that was the first live event Netflix has ever produced. I mean, don't get me wrong, Chris had made a few comments here and there about the incident.
Was that Will Smith?
But as far as an official response, only Will had done this embarrassing one for his YouTube channel.
Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
Looked like he had a gun held up to his head, like for real. He didn't
pretty
want to
good
do
for
that
live
video.
events.
He knew he
It's
didn't
not
want to do
often
it.
these days
It
I
was
can sit through an
unnecessary.
hour of stand-up, mainly because most older comedians these days really come off to me like an old man yelling at a cloud. But Chris did a good job here. Most of the special revolves around selective cancellation culture, raising his kids, and a couple of personal stories. In the first hour, he actually only mentions Will once in passing, and that was already enough to get the crowd riled up.
I'm not dissing Snoop. Last thing I need is another mad rapper, right?
Like, I think half the people in the audience were really just there to witness what his response would be. And about 5 minutes before the special ends is when Chris Rock lays it on thick when it comes to Will and Jada, saying that back when the news about the entanglement came out and the public now knew another man who was his son's age was piping his wife out, everyone was basically saying that Will was on the same time as the dude who chills in the corner of the hotel room in his little chair.
Yeah, cuck.
Her son's friend, okay? None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's. How did that make you feel?
Then Chris goes on to explain that his beef with the Smiths really started years ago when he was hosting the Oscars back in 2016, and Jada requested that he boycotts because Will did not win an award for his role in the movie Concussion, where he plays an African doctor trying to expose the NFL for the CTE-inducing hits that occur on the football field every single game.
Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. She said he should quit because Will didn't get nominated for Concussion. What the fuck? So then I do some jokes about her. Who gives a fuck? That's how it is. She started, I finish it, okay?
Then Chris goes on to say that he loved Will Smith and that he's always rooted for him and his career, but after the slap, he'll never see him the same again. Then he ends the show with a mic drop after saying that he didn't hit Will back because his parents taught him to never fight in front of white people. All in all, I do have to say that Chris Rock is a genius for the way he handled.
Didn't hit Will back because his mother taught him to never fight in front of white people. Interesting. I wonder what kind of ideology that she pulled that from. Like, where was this mindset formed from? As a black person, never fight in front of white people, so that, you know, they just not in their heads just thinking about them, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course they would act like that. Of course those people would act like that. Jesus, bunch of hoodlums. Like, I'm just saying, like, golly, what an interesting mindset that, you know, Chris Rock's mother had growing up. No way. Huh. But I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of respect Chris for not hitting him back in that situation. I'm not gonna hold you. I do respect him for doing that. Kept his composure. He didn't fight back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's really all I have to add to it, though. This was gonna be a very brief video. I just wanted to touch on this, like, really quick.
Plotting on his response, and then got paid millions of dollars putting on the first live special in Netflix history, and hyped it up with the fact that he would be discussing this matter during the special, only to make the audience wait until the very end to hear his thoughts. Now online, I do see Chris getting a lot of hate, and people basically calling him a bitch for this response. But in my mind, this was all just really symbolic of the idea that this situation can finally be put to rest. At this point, it's been an entire year. Everyone has spoken their piece. Both of these men have been back hard at work, and I honestly still see them both as legends in their respective fields. But y'all let me know what you guys think about his response, and who are you really rocking with in this whole situation now?
Honestly, I'm still rocking with the both of them because I still feel like this all starts with this bitch right here. That's really all where the toxic femininity, that's where all the toxic energy, all the drama is coming from. It's all starting from this Jada bitch. I'm not gonna hold you. And at the end of the day, the sooner this nigga Will leaves this bitch and divorces her, and I'm not gonna lie, and, you know, moves on with his damn life and luxurious career that he has, and he's literally spent his entire life building, until he leaves this bitch, bro, shit ain't gonna get better for him. But other than that, though, I just wanted to briefly touch on this. You feel me? Like, subscribe, all that, you know, all that other good stuff. Now, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I heard that it's better for my videos and, like, you know, how better they perform if I actually tell you guys to like and subscribe and stuff like that. So, yeah, like and subscribe. Later.